If you're not doing any plyometrics or any style of jump training and you want to get faster, then you're missing out on an easy part of training that can have a huge effect. Here's a series you can do to not only get faster, but be able to jump higher and move quicker. Assisted jumps contrasted with max effort box jump variations. One of the more common overlooked concepts when it comes to speed training is if I'm not a jumping athlete per se, then why do I need to jump? Well, the reason is because there's a strong correlation between jump height and overall speed. Those who can jump higher on average can run faster. If you go to an NFL combine, the dudes running a 4.5 40 aren't jumping 10 inches. So let's do a breakdown of this series. Here are 4 assisted jumps to start off with: pogos, regular, drops, and doubles, in which you want to contrast with different variations of box jumps, which we'll go over later. Let's go over the assisted jumps first. With 1 to 2 bands tied on a rack for each hand depending on the thickness of your bands, group up high. Each jump where your arms are almost straight. When doing your pogos, keep your legs relatively stiff, heels off the ground, and punching or bouncing off the ground as high as possible. With the pogos, you're looking to generally do 6 to 10 reps per set. Number 2, regular jumps. Grouping up high and starting on the balls of your feet. Snap down and pull yourself into a loaded jump position, sitting into the heels and loading up the legs in order to jump as high as possible, all while landing softly each time. Then reset and repeat for 5 to 6 jumps. Number 3, drop jumps. These are very similar to the previous one, but in this instance, you're looking to drop down even faster and more aggressively, almost like you're dropping off of a cliff. Your feet will completely come off the ground as you load into the jump, versus the last whereas you seesaw or shift smoothly from the ball of the foot to the heel while making contact the entire time. With the drop jump, your feet will come off the ground and you want to aggressively drop into position and pull yourself down. For these guys, you're also looking to do 5 to 6 reps. Then the last one is assisted double jumps. You can also do these from a drop or just in the regular way. But pretty simple, after you load and land your first jump like in the previous ones, you're going to immediately go into a second jump instead of resetting and jumping again. I recommend 3 sets of doubles per set. That'll be 3 sets of 2 or 6 jumps in total. The thing about all of these assisted jumps is you can really get away with doing them in season with tons of effort because there's less impact on the lower body due to the bands. When it comes to jump training or plyometrics, the amount of impact your body is taking, in combination of practices and games, if done too often or with too much impact, can have a reverse effect on your performance. So anytime we can train to mitigate that impact, but still get a net positive result, is very important. Then to finish this series off, let's break down how to contrast this with the box jumps. Hit one of your sets of assisted jumps, take a 1 to 2 minute break, and then contrast it with the box jump variation I'm about to go over. Then take a 1 to 2 minute break and repeat for 3 to 5 sets per style of plyo. Generally, I would say pick 2 or maybe 3 styles per workout, keeping track of your total jumps per session. Because the assisted jumps and box jumps kind of reduce impact versus just like jumping over hurdles, I would say they're more of a sub-maximal jump, which means based on science, you should be doing no more than 80 jumps per workout. When starting off, I would say to do 30 to 50 jumps maximal and build your way up, usually doing on average around 60 jumps per workout. With each assisted jump, I have it paired up with a specific box jump variation that can help contrast the movement into getting faster and jumping higher. For the pogos, bounce to the box. Simple bouncing in place and onto the box. For the regular, just do regular box jumps with a good load starting from the balls of your feet. For the drop jumps, reach up, drop down into a load, and onto the box. Then finally with the doubles, doing a depth drop off a small stool or obstacle on the floor, and then up onto the box. Each of these contrasted for 5 to 6 reps per workout, all while making sure to give a ton of effort per jump, land soft, and most importantly, don't miss the box. If you're not using a soft box, if you're using more of a wooden box, the number 1 rule of box jumps is don't miss the box. The number 2 rule is don't miss the box. And the number 3 rule is if you don't think you're going to make the box, then don't do the jump. No one needs to be taking his shin off. There are tons of other variations or combinations of box jumps or assisted jumps that anyone can use. But the most important part, no matter which ones you choose, is to be consistent and don't add too much in all at once. Also, when it comes to box jumps, don't worry so much about the height of the box. It's more about how much effort you give every single time you jump onto the box. Even if the box is only 24 inches, I tell my athletes, don't just jump to the box. Jump high as you can onto the box. As always, please feel free to comment any questions that you have. I will answer. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.